It's easy to fall in love with all the characters from the iconic TV show, Friends. But what if we told you some life-changing advice slipped right under your noses while watching? In this video, we'll show you 10 amazing frugal habits from the Friends TV show you missed. Number 1. Save your money. Savings can go a really long way, as shown in the episode, the one with Rachel's book. Monica finds out that her parents used her wedding fund to buy a beach house, but learns that Chandler has the exact same amount needed for savings. However, Chandler was firm in saying he wanted to have a secure financial future instead of spending all of his savings in one day. Even though Chandler went through to make Monica's dream wedding happen, the act of making sure savings isn't used for splurging is a frugal habit you need to practice. Number 2. Don't gamble. Winning the lottery can leave you with enough money to retire, but the chances of winning are so slim, and that's simply not frugal living. Ross understands this in the episode where the gang, except Ross, buy lottery tickets in the hopes to win. The truth is that even through a savings account, which will result in much slower growth, the growth will always be consistent, meaning you can always expect to see your money grow. Number 3. Learn to be financially independent. Learning to be financially independent means that you can manage your money well enough to live on your own, and this takes some solid frugal living habits. In the case of Rachel in the episode The Pilot, she cuts off all of her dad's credit cards one by one, so she can only spend what she has, and gets a job at the Central Perk where the friends all hang out. The 2 frugal living habits that can be learned here are to make sure you avoid using credit cards for purchases, and that it's okay to work at a lower paying job to make ends meet. Number 4. Get a side hustle. Side hustles are one of the best ways to augment your income and increase your savings. Phoebe was well aware of this, as she worked her main job, which was as a masseuse, and her side hustle, which was playing gigs at Central Perk, the cafe the group hung out at. If you have some spare time and are looking to make some extra money through frugal living, then start a side gig for something you really love to do. Number 5. Live within your means. Living within your means is an extremely important frugal living habit that won't steer you wrong. However, if you ignore this habit, you might end up like Joey. In the episode, One Where Eddie Didn't Go, Joey loses his acting gig from Days of Our Lives and has a huge bank statement he can't afford. He ends up losing all of his belongings and his apartment because of this. So, if you want to keep your lifestyle, then make sure it's actually in your budget. This way, you'll never have to worry about making payments. Number 6. Control your spending. Have you ever bought an item that was way over your budget? Funnily enough, Monica experienced this in the episode, The One with Monica's Boots. In this episode, Monica bought insanely expensive boots that she couldn't return, and they didn't fit her well at all. It's likely that most of us have bought an expensive item that wasn't nearly as good quality when compared to the price. That's why it's always good to control what you're spending, and make sure you spend within your budget. Number 7. Get rid of unused memberships and subscriptions. Memberships and subscriptions can be huge money pits if you aren't using them, especially since these payments are often automatic. In Chandler's case, he couldn't get rid of his membership because of the dreamy spandex girl. Eventually, Chandler decides to cancel his entire bank account so that the gym can no longer charge them. Sure, this example is extreme, but learning to cut out your memberships when they're not being used is a great frugal living habit that can save you money. Number 8. Get the most out of your money. If you're going to be spending your money, you want to get the most out of whatever you're buying, right? Well, so do Ross and Chandler in the episode, The One with Rachel's Dream, where they go to a fancy hotel in Vermont. Ross and Chandler eventually stock up on an absurd number of amenities that the hotel offers. While it's not exactly the best advice to take free amenities a hotel offers, it is excellent frugal living advice to always get the most out of what you spend. Number 9. Don't get pressured to spend money. How often has this happened to you, that you end up going out somewhere with friends, even when you know you can't afford it? Unfortunately, this happens quite often, and we get a peek of that in the episode, The One with the 5 Steaks and an Eggplant, where Rachel, Joey, and Phoebe are having trouble keeping up with the expensive lifestyle of Monica, Chandler, and Ross. Rachel, Joey, and Phoebe aren't afraid to speak up, and the friends work around their financial differences to make it comfortable for everyone. This is an awesome frugal living habit to practice if you find your outings with friends too expensive. Number 10. Get paid for your services. When you work, you expect to be paid for it, but there are cases where people try to take advantage of you. For example, in the episode The One with the Dirty Girl, Monica and Phoebe had to deal with the widow they were catering for, who was trying to get out of paying. However, Phoebe was vocal about getting the payment because money is a lifeline. It's important to speak up if you find mistakes on your paychecks or bills to ensure you don't lose money. Remember, money allows you to live comfortably, so get what's rightfully yours. While you've learned some fantastic frugal habits from this popular show, you're still missing some of the best frugal living tips. That's why we've made this video on the 20 frugal living tips you must do. Click here so you can have the best results possible.